The coach had the players, death crawl style, crawl through 50 yards. Everyone said it couldn't be done, but the coach told Captain Tom, "You just have to promise me, you're doing your best." Then he took out an eye patch and put it on Tom's head. Death crawl is an extreme training. One person lies prone on the ground, with hands and feet on the ground, and another person lying on his back, hands clutching each other's shoulders, legs slightly bent and suspended. Not allowed to hit the ground. Tom is crawling, no knees on the ground. This training method requires a high level of physical fitness. The training volume is very high. That's why it's called death crawl. The teammates next to me started laughing. Crawl 50 yards. How is that possible? While Tom was being guided by the coach, crawling hard, the teammates next to him also laughed and shouted cheer. After a few moments of climbing, Tom asked the coach, "Are we at 20 yards yet?" And the coach said,
"You're very fast. Keep moving, Brock. Wait till you got nothing left."
It's heavy!
I know you said it.
I'm bad straight!
When you negotiate with your buddies to find one. Don't quit! Rock Kelly, you don't quit!
100 yards, walked across the entire playground. Look closely at this sleeping position. Have you ever done it in class? But this operation below, you certainly have not seen.
Tell me what you're doing on top of my desk.
It was a group of unlucky students, but this is the most inspiring movie I've ever seen. On the training ground, John practicing his shot. The first shot is off. The second shot went off his shoe. The third kick went straight into his teammate's arm. The whole team has a problem. The whole team is having problems. The coach was furious. The whole team was dead. They were losing from the beginning. They all thought they weren't going to win the game. Coach Taylor was a failure in life, driving an old car that would break down every day. And the house, for some reason, every day smelled bad. His wife wanted a baby. He had health problems. People are unlucky enough to drink cold water. After a bitter cry, Taylor went to the woods alone, sincerely praying for Town. What to do? Asked the Lord to give him a sign. The very next day, a devout religious man walked into Taylor's office and said to him in the 3rd chapter of Revelation, but Taylor still didn't know what he could do. The religious man told another story. A long time ago, because of a constant drought, there were 2 farmers who asked for rain, and only one of them afterwards went to the field to get ready. Which one do you think is the one who really believes that it will rain? And in the end he received the gift of rain. When Tyler heard this, he had an epiphany. He started to prepare for the good results to come. It's not about the team winning or losing. It's about each kid, the mindset of the team. Choices in the face of difficulties. Champions will be forgotten. The medals will also be dusty. But it's the lifelong practice of people is what will make their life, no matter what difficulties they encounter, to overcome the difficulties, whether they win or lose, as long as they put in their best effort. With a good mindset, everything around Taylor started to change. At home, he found the source of the odor, and at school, the whole team had a renaissance. The players' moral character started to be addressed. A lot of kids made a huge difference. One player found his father. He said he was sorry for his rebellion.
From now on, I respect your authority. Whatever you say goes.
This successful man was in a meeting. His business partner said, "If I could, I would cut off my right arm in exchange for my son saying those few words to me." And that's how a changed coach, a changed team, from a sure loser to a finalist. Finally, they made it to the finals, and the opponent was the Giants, who outnumbered them 3-1. They were too strong. They were overwhelmed by the opponent. I.0. The score was quickly pulled apart. They were outnumbered, had strength and skill, but this year of training, they have found a way. They will find a way. Fight with all their might. Form a human wall with their flesh, blocking the enemy's attack again and again, using tactics to disrupt the opponent's rhythm. The game will be over soon. Although the score was back, but with no substitutes, the players were exhausted. The championship trophy was in favor of the Giants, but with the encouragement of their coach, they once again showed they fought with all their might to the end. The determination to never give up. The stone wall is still standing. Tom seized the moment, picked up the ball and sprinted with the last strength, in front of the unbelievable eyes of the crowd. Stopped at 40 yards, with only 2 seconds left to go. The only way to win. It's a free kick. It's a 51-yard field goal. It's too hard. No one can do it. This small player is going to make a miracle, change history. He had to kick a 51-yard field goal with the wind in his face, but he had no confidence. He couldn't do it himself. His usual best score was only 40 yards. At this moment, the coach is praying. I hope the other team calls a timeout, because their side had no more timeouts to call. I did not expect the opposing coach really called. At this time he called John. Tell him you can do it. Give up the idea that you can't. You just need to give it your best shot. As for the result, just leave it to God to decide. Do this, whether the ball is scored or not. You've won. Before you get off the field, you have to make sure. Give it your best shot, John. A father with 2 disabled legs, to encourage his son, get out of the wheelchair, standing up straight as hard as he could. People next to her tried to help.
Touch me. I'm standing for my son.
Just then, the wind suddenly stopped. Then the wind changed to a tailwind.
Kick it down! Kick it down!
Everyone in the crowd cheered loudly. They won the championship by 1 point. Back in the lounge, Taylor told the boys, "I want you to remember this moment for the rest of your lives. I want you to remember this moment. Facing the giants, the way you gave it your all. Win or lose, you are already on the road to success. You are all the best. We all encounter many giants in life. The pressure of family, the burdens of life, many unhappy things, all will become giants. But you will have the courage to fight with all your might.